Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we cover some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, AT&T is continuing to shut down DSL service and is moving more and more customers to its wireless 5G home internet service. They just reported a big jump there. We'll tell you what's happening, what you need to know, and if you're still on DSL, what you should be aware of. Pluto TV is adding some new channels. We'll break down everything happening there, and Verizon can get you free NFL Sunday ticket. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First though, if you like what we do here, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, do one or both. We'll let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. Second, if you want to learn more about any of the stories I'm about to talk about, you can find a link to them in the show notes and in the first pinned comment down below. I'll put a link to each story there. With that said, let's dive into it. AT&T yesterday reported its second quarter 2024 earnings with some great numbers for its AT&T home internet and fiber business. 139,000 Americans signed up for AT&T's 5G home internet service called AT&T Air. And this comes as they continue to shut down DSL. Also, we saw fiber adds of 239,000. So AT&T adding over 300,000 new internet customers for home internet or business service. Very interesting to see, just as Comcast reported losing home internet customers earlier this week. Now, AT&T is slowly shutting down its old copper networks. These old copper networks are very expensive to maintain now. Honestly, they're very limited. You can't do a whole lot with them like you can with fiber. They're trying to roll out fiber, and recently they've been in areas where fiber is available. They've been informing DSL customers that you got to switch to fiber or they're going to cut you off, because they're shutting down the copper lines. AT&T reportedly, I believe, wants to shut down about 50% of its remaining, I'm trying to do that off the top of my head, but about 50% of its remaining copper networks across the country in the next few months. Now, they're trying to do it in California, and they're receiving some pushback there. I think eventually it will happen. Copper is very limited in what it can do. It's very expensive, and a lot of people want it replaced and removed. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on this, but with this, a few things. That means the end of home phone and DSL by removing that. Now, DSL was great at the time, but its internet speeds and capabilities are far, far slower than cable internet or fiber or even 5G home internet, satellite, and many other things in many areas. Because that, AT&T is really working hard to push people. Its AT&T 5G home internet service is specifically targeting people who live in areas which still have copper and DSL and not fiber. The AT&T says it rolled it out to about 137 markets so far, and that allows them to be able to offer higher speed internet for about $55 a month with that. Now, of course, you have other options: T-Mobile, 5G home internet, Verizon, just to name a few. But a lot of people seem to be very happy with 5G home internet. We've talked about the growth, the trouble Comcast and others are facing because of this. AT&T is another one to look at. Slowly but surely, competition is growing in the world of home internet, and you're the winner of that. So we'll see what happens. But anybody still here on DSL, leave me a comment, let me know. When I look at our surveys, there's not that many people who still use DSL. Leave me a comment, let me know what you still use. All right, if you're a Pluto TV customer, or not a customer, it's free, user, you may find 5 new channels, including a 24/7 Nash Bridges channel. Pluto TV, one of the oldest and most well-known free ad-supported live TV services, rolled out 5 channels, including Nash Bridges and MTV Pluto. Now, there's been other MTV Pluto channels, and this one's kind of come and gone and come back and gone again. But it plays a bunch of different content from MTV. Check it out. There's even an MTV Classic section. You may want to check out classic MTV shows, though you may be surprised what they consider classic. You may not consider it classic. But all 5 new channels are listed in our show notes in the story down below. Let me know, what's your favorite channel on Pluto TV? I'm still addicted to the Bob Barker era Price is Right on Pluto TV. All right, if you are a Verizon customer, you can get free NFL Sunday ticket either through YouTube TV or YouTube. Now, for select plans, YouTube will give you free NFL Sunday ticket, or excuse me, YouTube. YouTube will give it to you if you're a Verizon customer or YouTube TV. Now with this, you will be able to also get a $10 discount on YouTube TV's base package, depending on which plan you have from Verizon. If you're a Verizon customer, you're interested in NFL Sunday Ticket, link in the show notes of this story. Full details there. Check it out. All right, Roku and NBC have launched the new streaming hub for the Olympics. This was announced earlier this year that Roku and NBC would be partnering to bring a dedicated streaming hub for if you have a TV partner watching all the live events, but also clips, highlights, and free content from NBC Universal will now be available right on the Roku home screen. This is now live, only a few days from the opening ceremony, or actually a day and some. So check that out, link in the show notes down below. Well, a little bit of a shorter one today. No Q&A. If you do have a question, leave a comment. Start out with a question for Luke. One of my grandmas passed away this week. Something we expected for some time. Very mixed emotions. You're happy, no longer suffering. You're sad to have lost a great person who lived through a lot in her life. The German occupation in World War II, moving to America, raising kids, being a grandma, starting a business and building a very successful business with her husband, my grandpa, and now she and him are both have moved on. And as a Christian, it brings a different perspective to it when you know what's there. But because it's been kind of a long day, only had time to write a few stories today. I apologize. I do intend to produce all the videos. Maybe a little bit light the next few days in content on the site. I do apologize. I do thank you for your support. I got some funeral and other things to help with and be at. But thank you to everybody for your support. We really appreciate it. A little shorter video today. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. And next week, we'll get right back to normal. Until then, take care. Be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.